Only a fool would not drop someone for Henderson now. Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips have started every game for England so far, which means Jordan Henderson surely has to come in for the final. Just a couple more days of this, it's obviously our brave streetwise Lions against those play-acting dark arts masters on Sunday. Pic.twitter.com Q0PY5WGKRX, FOOTBALL365, at F365, July 9, 2021. The difference between streetwise and dark arts appears to depend on which country you were born in. Glad to clear that up. 13-month-old baby still, that might be better than the Sun pullout describing Roberto Mancini as wacky because he has some superstitions. Kudos to them, by the way, for the exclusive that currently tops the Sun website. This is huge. Italy rocked by COVID after 3 positive tests at team camp before final A balls. But it's coming home. Italy have suffered a coronavirus scare with 3 media staff testing positive at the team's HQ just 2 days before their Euro 2020 final against England. 3 people from broadcasters' right test positive, and a source describes the chance of infection to the squad or staff as small, but you got your click, so well bloody done. Stir crazy. It is nice to see the Sun produce a double-page spread praising Raheem Sterling and documenting his journey to this point, from a difficult upbringing to a truly wonderful footballer in person. It is uncomfortable that such features and positive treatment from the nation's best-selling newspaper seem dependent on whether he scores some goals for his country or not, but that is another matter. 2 sentences stand out above all others, considering the platform in question. Amid the sweat and toil, it appeared he was simply relishing the occasion as the final whistle neared. And the internet has exploded in love for a player who had described himself as the sick number he had it in an Instagram post at Euro 2016. It's funny you should mention that, because here are a few snippets of how the Sun website reported on said story at the time. A photo posted to Sterling's 1.8 million Instagram followers showed Stade Velodrome with a message from Sterling feeling sorry for himself. Fans tell useless and awful 3 Lions midfielder to retire as his place in squad against Wales looks like it could be axed. This is not the first time Sterling has been slammed by fans. Liverpool fans called him a snake after his mega money transfer to the Etihad last summer, and Sterling referred to himself as the hated talent. And it was on England duty to San Marino that he posted the infamous photo of himself next to fellow City signing Fabian Delph with a caption indicating they were snakes on a plane. And of course that article, published in June 2016, ends with a video from April 2015 of Sterling inhaling hippie crack. How strange that he might become number 3 when the Sun played the biggest part of anyone in his obscene vilification, because he had a couple of bad games at Euro 2016 when every other England player was famously brilliant. But now he is playing well, so he is of use to this publication, whose apology is still not forthcoming. Or was he just feeling sorry for himself all along? Drop it like it's hot. England are in the final of Euro 2020. They have been excellent, winning 5 matches and conceding a solitary goal from an excellent long-range free kick. 6 players have started every game. And the time to drop one of them is absolutely and obviously for the final, to accommodate someone who has played 105 minutes so far. It was a decisive move by Gareth Southgate to hook substitute Jack Grealish and send on Kieran Trippier, but not a bold one, writes Andy Dunn, Britain's best sports writer for the Daily Mirror, of a decision that would have been crucified and eviscerated by the media and supporters had it backfired. But nope, nothing bold about that. Here's a bold one. Turn to a man who knows how to inspire on the biggest stage, but break the heart of a lieutenant who has served you faithfully for 6 games leading up to Sunday's final. And here's a bold response. Why? Dunn does have that covered. Jordan Henderson, you see, has started 2 Champions League finals. He spearheaded a club's first successful title challenge in 3 decades. He is a big game player. He is a proven leader. Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips can't say that. So dropping one of them would be brutal, but it would be bold. And right, despite them being excellent throughout this tournament and a crucial factor in England's progress to the ultimate match. But not crucial to said match. Gotcha. After all, Italy have a different level midfield, and someone will need to stop Jorginho pulling the strings. Phillips is notoriously awful at man marking. Rice has never faced players such as Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. Henderson is the only possible answer. Some people might deem it relevant that Phillips has started 10 of England's last 11 games, in which they have won 10 times and conceded twice. Others could feel it pertinent that Rice has started 21 of England's 29 games since making his debut more than 2 years ago. A few may think their thriving central midfield partnership is worth bearing in mind. One or two people can point out that Henderson last started a game for club in February and country in November. It sounds like a change, for the sake of being bold, rather than sensible or logical. Still not football news of the day. Meet Italy's glam wags, from a Sports Illustrated model to a criminology grad, the Sun website. Woke up this morning feeling fine. On Monday they wheeled out David Mellor. On Wednesday they used Bell Mooney. So the Daily Mail have no choice but to invite Richard Littlejohn to pretend England reaching the Euro 2020 final was equivalent to victory against a global pandemic. 32,551 new cases as of the latest update on Friday. There will be those who looked at the teeming crowds along Wembley Way, in central London, and across the country with horror. All I could see was a nation casting off the shackles of COVID. Win or lose on Sunday, the game's over for the merchants of doom who would keep us in lockdown forever. Ha. Yeah. Those idiots trying to limit the amount of people dying or suffering, if at all possible. Up yours. More importantly, this was a reassertion of Englishness, a liberated people unashamed of our nationality. Oh, do one. It was people celebrating reaching a first major international final in many of their lifetimes. Is there any danger of talking about the actual football? Sadly, yes. Sorry we asked. Okay, so in recent years I've made no secret of the fact I've long since fallen out of love with the self-styled beautiful game. How many times have I written that I hate everything about football except the football? I can't stand the cynical commercialism, the cheating, the spivery, the bogus wokery. Deep breaths, everyone. From the ludicrous rainbow laces to taking the knee. But all that has been forgotten is England have progressed throughout this tournament. Nope. Not forgotten whatsoever. The rainbow laces, the taking the knee, the general decency, it's all very much an intrinsic part of why people love these players and this manager. They are excellent footballers, but they are even better people, regardless of whether you only wish to recognize, celebrate and support the former. Hop on the bandwagon if you absolutely must, but good luck ignoring the bogus wokery when that smattering of Wembley boos is drowned out by raucous cheers as players take the knee again ahead of a game you only wish to use to further your own warped agenda.